Hello again. Thank you very much for joining me here on Movie Ninja. And today I am talking about a recent film that I saw that I absolutely love, Seven Souls in the Skull Castle. And I have to be very careful. Okay. When understandably, when you're trying to review something, it's always very important to try to come off as a bit impartial. Guys, I love my samurai movies. I love them. For example, rather, examples. I should review some of these. My point being is that I've seen a few samurai films in my time, and okay, before I start gushing about the film itself, the premise. Okay, so during the time of Hideyoki Toyotomi, pre-unification, there was in the film there is a warlord, an up-and-coming warlord called Tenmao, and essentially he thinks of himself as the person to take up the torch that was brought upon Japan by Oda Nobunaga, and essentially become his successor. Now, to do this, I mean, of course, he has to defeat certain rival clans and also recruit strong samurai warriors, and of course, raid and pillage throughout the countryside, as any respectable warlord is wont to do. Now, bearing in mind that, well, of course, being an up-and-coming warlord, well, you have to have some pretty red hands. And so, unfortunately, a village adjacent to the titular Skull Castle, well, it might just have to be burned to the ground. And whoever lives there, well, that's their problem. And so, the three main characters of this. Now there's 7 primary characters, but the 3 main characters are Sutanosuke, Ranbei, and Tenmao. Sutanosuke and Ranbei and Tenmao all have a mysterious past that links them. And Tenmao is the one who really tries to put forth a rather brutal effort to rekindle the aspirations of Oda Nobunaga during the time of Hideyoki Toyotomi. The film, in and of itself, guys, this... Now, once again, I did say that I was going to be rather glowing about this, but the thing is, when you have a positive interaction with a movie, with a book, with anything, something that I have to be careful about is that, yes, I do have a kind of bias to a certain type of entertainment, being like samurai movies. I've been watching them since I was just very, very young. Anyways, and so I am biased. I am partial. I completely give that up. Okay? So I have to be careful because of the dreaded overhype. Now, if I overhype a film, and not just this film, but any film, then if someone begins to watch this and it doesn't turn out to be, the manna from heaven or life-changing or whatever you would like to, comparatively declare something that was just amazing to watch on screen, then, well, they're going to say, well, one, really? You got all these feels from this? And ultimately, it might lead them to disappointment. That being said, okay, so some other aspects that I would like to go into is that this is a stage play that was recorded and re-edited as a full-length feature film. Now, this is still on the stage. I don't want to make it sound like it's an adaptation. It's still on the stage, and all of these characters, now we have several primary characters, 7 specifically, and with this film's, it's just a hair under 3 hours. Now, I know, okay, so some of you may be thinking hey, 3 hours, I don't know. That's kind of a big investment for any movie. But it's necessary. It's necessary for a story with 7 primary characters, you want them to be fleshed out. You want them to be real and present and involved, and you want to care about them. And the best way to do that with either a large cast or a small cast is with establishing them. Now, with the breadth of about just under 3 hours, that's possible. It's possible to do that. Now, something else to bear in mind. Why do you like? Why do I like samurai films so much? I love samurai films or samurai action. I love it. I love samurai movies, particularly chambara. I am particular to chambara. I'll go into a list of some sort sometime in the future. What is chambara? Chambara is essentially chop 'em up samurai action films. Now, if you've seen Lady Snowblood, if you've seen Lone Wolf and Cub, if you've seen any of the Zatoichi series, including the Beat Takeshi film that I think came out in the early 2000s. It's been a while since I've revisited that one, but I love that film. And essentially, like, whenever you see a samurai movie with a lot of hack and slash and, well, high blood pressure, let me put it that way, that's keenly and probably within the chambara subgenre of samurai films. Anyways, so this one, it kind of straddles that line between period piece drama and chambara. The action choreography in a number of these scenes it's pristine. It's extremely impressive. These characters, these actors that are on stage, like anybody who's ever been involved with theater, like in your school experience, knows that if you are involved with stage combat, you have to be on point. You have to be on point, and you have to be balanced, coordinated, and it just has to be, just lock. Everything has to be correct first time round, otherwise you've ruined a scene. Now, and the thing is, and something that I genuinely wonder, and I can't find anything about this online, at least not stateside. It's very difficult for me to find anything on the writer, the director, the actors, and they all do a fantastic job. Once again, I'm gonna try to rein myself in here, because once again, like, if it comes off as like too glowing, then the film has a long way to fall for someone else's expectations. And this is not a samurai film to be missed. It's not a film to be missed. This is, like I said, it's just under 3 hours, and I've seen this 3 times. Now, and something else I want to put out there to any so-called like movie buffs or movie fans or anything like that. If you can find time for The Godfather or any of the Lord of the Rings or any like 3-hour blockbuster, Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, Seven Samurai, then I think you should try to just set a little time aside, maybe in the evening or maybe on a weekend, something like that, and just try to take it in all in one sitting. Trust me, the viewing experience is better off on the whole for it. But guys, this, like I said, this is one of the best samurai films I've seen in a while, and I'm just like, chef's kiss. One of the best samurai films I've seen in a while. One of the most satisfying movies to watch. It has so much to offer. A buffet of feels and experiences. It has action. It has comedy. It has drama. It has political intrigue. It has romance plots, romantic twists, betrayal. And if I say any more, I'll give a lot of stuff away, which I don't want to. But okay, so our band of what want to say Seven Samurai. They're not all samurai, but still, like, our band of characters has to overthrow the up-and-coming reign of an up-and-coming dictator. So, that's the film in and of itself, Seven Souls in Skull Castle. And here, like, guys, I if I had time this week to dedicate to arts and crafts, unfortunately, this week has been particularly, like, busy for me. Life happens, guys. I don't know what to tell you. But I wanted to do, like, a special card for this. Because this, to date, is going to be my highest rated film review so far. And it is 9 out of 10, guys. I honestly believe, even at the risk of overhype, even at the risk of, they're like, well, I don't know about that movie, Ninja. Like, that didn't seem like it was all that great to me. If you see it, like, at the risk of any naysayers and the apprehensive, like, well, I don't know, it's a foreign movie or something like that. Well, it's a Japanese film with Japanese script and Japanese actors. I don't know what else to tell you. But, like, get that off your back. Seriously. But it's just one of the most satisfying films I've seen in a while, guys. I take every rating that I give, I take it seriously, and I try to think not only of my likes, but how the average audience will see it. So, with regards to that, I give this a highly positive 9 out of 10. Now, with that, I mean, like, I typically do recommendations, and there's a number of recommendations to definitely make. And the thing is, like, it has elements from many of my favorite samurai movies. It has the drama of Sword of the Beast. It has some of the comedy, a little bit more comedy that was in the film Kill. It's a lot more humorous than it sounds, guys. It has the action choreography of Lady Snowblood. It has so much going for it. If you would like to begin your samurai movie watching experience, this is definitely a film that I recommend as kind of a primer. Now, not all of them, like, this does better. Like, if and when I review some of these samurai classics, this film is going to get a higher score than some of those established classics. So I mean, that's just, once again, this is all my opinion. I'm telling you, I enjoyed the film. I think that it'll be enjoyable for a majority of audiences for a number of different reasons. It has so many elements that sometimes just straight genre movies don't catch. Like, the comedy in this made me laugh. The action in this made me excited and had me in suspense. I mean, it has a lot going for it. So ultimately, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that this was one of my more positive movie watching experiences recently when I compare this to some of the classic samurai films that I've seen throughout my life. It's up there. It's up there with some of the best, as far as I'm concerned. Once again, this is just my opinion, but all that being said, if you have Netflix, please do yourself a favor and watch Seven Souls in the Skull Castle. It's worth it. It's worth it, guys. Thank you very much for joining me on this possibly overglowing review, but still, if you liked the video, please give it a like. If you liked my review overall, please, consider subscribing. Thank you very much for your time, and I hope you guys have a great day.